now go pop down. No, you want me drop down. They on the ends of all I made it on the corner. Said he won't deceive me, I will never leave me. They on the ends of all I made it on the right now me no say me nah have a bag of money, but the little when me have, me give thanks and me spend. Now go lose me sanity, over no vanity. Now go cause road, now go cause animosity. Rain no fall on one man, no stop alone. Have no umbrella, keep walking, not up on me, not up with them. I tell me no buy, me no shop around. Anything me need, so me daddy have a trailer load. No me now go pop down, no you want me drop down. They pound the ends of all I made it on the can. God never leave me, no he won't deceive me. They pound the ends of all I made it on the. So me now go pop down, no you want me drop down. They pound the ends of all I made it on the can. God will never leave me, no he won't deceive me. They pound the ends of all I made it on the. One on the young clock, bird no flying 101. Real Jamaican style. Say me nah go pop down, no you want me drop down. They on the ends of all I made it on the corner. Said he won't deceive me, I will never leave me. They on the ends of all I made it on the. Right now me no say me nah have a bag of money, but the little when me have, me give thanks and me spend. Now go lose me sanity, over no vanity. Now go cause road, now go cause animosity. Rain no fall on one man, no stop alone. Have no umbrella, keep walking, not up on me, not up with them. I tell me no buy, me no shop around. Anything me need, so me daddy have a trailer load. No me now go pop down, no you want me drop down. They pound the ends of all I made it on the can. God never leave me, no he won't deceive me. They pound the ends of all I made it on the. So me now go pop down, no you want me drop down. They pound the ends of all I made it on the can. God will never leave me, no he won't deceive me. They pound the ends of all I made it on the. One on the young clock, bird no flying 101 wing. Wake up, stop dreaming, life is a real thing. Shoulder to the wheel and make the wheel start turning. Stop skylarking, done with the loafing. While you are praying, try a little hustling. You can tell something, but do not sell the wrong thing. For mickle me we muckle, if I muckle me we mickle. And give thanks to the most high, even for the little. So me now go pop down, no you want me drop down. They pound the ends of all I made it on the can. God never leave me, no he won't deceive me. They pound the ends of all I made it on the. So me now go pop down, no you want me drop down. They pound the ends of all I made it on the can. God will never leave me, no he won't deceive me. They pound the ends of all I made it on the. As gold is tried by fire, man is tried by adversity. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. I serve a big God, a mighty big God. Even the lions in the jungle obey him. He makes the lightning and the thunder behave. Yahweh is my big God, yeah. He's the true God, the only true God. Even the prophets and the patriots say it. That's why I love and obey. Yahweh is the true God, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna ride it out. Gonna ride this storm, about to ride it out. Gonna ride it out. Gonna ride this storm, about to ride it out. I may rise and fall, but I live to see.
So to my listening audience, you know how it is that you have an artist and you have a favorite song by that artist? Well, Dianna Wright know this is my favorite song, Big God. Okay, she will be up in just a few minutes.
Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. I serve a big God, a mighty big God. Even the lions in the jungle obey him. He makes the lightning and the thunder behave. Yahweh is my big God, yeah. He's the true God, the only true God. Even the prophets and the patriots say it. That's why I love and obey. Yahweh is the true God, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna
yes. You are tuned in with. Currently, we have in studio. Of course, Dianna Wright. Okay. We're going to talk about this Big God song and some other things, but as you know, my listening audience, yes, this is my favorite Dianna Wright song, Big God. Okay, Dianna, welcome.
Thank you so much, Empress, Dr. Empress Rose. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Well, I must tell you, I like how you emphasize the doctorate.
Yes, ma'am. You deserve it. You earn it. So therefore, you should get it. You should get it with honor. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Listen, my Big God song, you know, as I to the audience and to everyone, every time I listen to this song, how much it is that I love this song and I appreciate it wholeheartedly.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
I just don't have that voice, you know, to come out like you with that Big God, you know, that's a big voice as well. Yeah.
Thank you. What about the song that you like so much? Because a lot of people are loving it. But tell me, what does it do for you?
Well,
Yeah.
it puts you on a different high, you know. So many,
Yeah.
many times it is that, you know, we have persons who just go about their day and they don't even think about how lucky they are to be alive.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
not everyone serve a higher power, even though they say they do. They do not walk within that light. You know,
Yeah.
the song puts you in a
Yeah.
different perspective, and let me tell you, it grabs your attention as well because of the big voice that you have singing this big song, praising this
Lord.
big God. So right out the gate, you hear this song, and it's like, what? Who is that? Yeah?
Yeah.
And I love the songwriting as well. I love the songwriting,
I give thanks.
you know, and the production, the overall production as well.
I
Yes.
give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. That's my engineer, Christopher Napier. Big up to you on this one. I hear that, Chris? Because I know him, I listen to you,
So, I introduced Big God to the to our listening audience, but can you introduce yourself for the audience who would like to know a little bit more about Dianna Wright?
Okay. So, as you eloquently put, my name is Dianna Wright. I am a singer, songwriter, movie maker, author, mother, and I'm just a Ari Empress. You know, I hail from Jamaica. I'm living overseas now, but Jamaica is where everything began. And right now, okay. So I write my own music. We do have a publishing and a recording company called 16 Bars Multimedia, and that's where Big God, Medi, all of them songs they came out of our 16 Bars Multimedia studio with the help of my engineer Chris Napier. So
Yes.
that's it in a nutshell. I make you ask me the other question.
No, I love it. So you are a serial entrepreneur. You're wearing various hats within,
Yes.
you know, not just music, but you're doing film as well. Wow. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. So this Big God song, is it from an album or just was released as a single, I should say. Was it released as a single or is it from an album?
It is from the EP, my latest EP. So Big God is part of the EP.
Okay.
The EP is called Real Thing. With the same one we have Medi,
Yes.
Real Thing, and Fall in Love.
Yeah.
Right, it's part of that.
Okay. No, I asked the question because I wasn't sure because they came in separately and I wasn't sure if they were like just singles or they were on an album. Now, tell us a little bit about your background. When did you start, singing, or I should say, when did you recognize that music is something that you would like to dabble in and you're good at what you do?
Okay, so for most of us in music, we all start. I know we have this very, very same line. It started in Sunday school or in Sabbath school. That's all of us have that same line. So for me, that's where it started too. But it was until I was like in maybe like about 13. I really realized that I can't shake this thing. Because when I was at church, always singing and everything, but I realized I can't shake it. If I'm doing something, even if I'm at school or if I'm walking, a song just pop up in my head. And I'm like, I just find the melody and I just start singing it. And I'm like, why Dianna, this thing, no matter what you do. And I was very good at my schoolwork. I was very good, at schoolwork. And that music thing would never leave. It didn't hamper anything that I do in school. So I realized that's not gonna, leave. So I used to have my friends at school, Alicia Robertson, I remember her, and Janice Wright. Those are my friends, and another girl, Anne Marie. What's her name again? I can't remember. But I had, those were my little crew. And we used to be in a classroom on lunchtime, and I wanted to form a group with them, Not that they weren't singers, but I loved the music so much I couldn't find nobody to sing with me. So I wanted to find a little group. And, that's how we kind of started until, I don't know how somebody told me about a band or a group at the time in Pembroke called the Gladiators. And so I got, it was an elder, somebody, somewhere in my life, somewhere along the line, somebody told me, because I was living in Watford at the time. But somehow I went to Pembroke Hall. I mean, as a teenager, I know, but it was me alone. An adult was there with me, and that's how I met Gladiators. And because my real first exposure to music was really with them. They were living in Pembroke Hall on Kobe Avenue, so anybody that listen will know them. I know that is true. So that's where I really started. Listening to the band and working out and going back home and things like that. So I really started, and from that it just never left, and I just kept on. And in year 2000 was when they were having this big concert at Coney Park before it. I think it was in the last phase of it before it mashed down. At Coney Park, Grace Chillers was there. All the big artists were there. Gibson Smith and the Hummingbirds. All of those people were there. And so, they were having other little artists to come up and, and do some of the things. And so I went there. My friend from Fab Five at the time, Glenn Roy Samuels, I don't think he was with Fab Five yet. I had this song, and I said, Glenn, he came by the house, and I said, Glenn, I was a teenager. I said, I have a nice song, I want to go and sing at that place. So I want you to come to the house and play it for me. And he said, all right. And he came down here with his guitar, and he kind of found the progression, and he was playing, and the song called If You Miss Me, Don't Go Searching, no, you don't see me. That was, and so, as Glenn said, it's a nice song. I wrote the song. And so I went to Coney Park, went to that event that day, and I sang that song, and the place was mashed up. I went to, gift and say, I went up there, because the musicians were there, and I said, I have this song, but I don't have any musicians, and gift and say, sing the song what we hear, because it was just good like that. And once I sing it, and they said, easy something that Dianna, we just do it. I was the first time meeting them. And boy, when it was my time, and I go and I mashed up the stage with the song. And from that day, that song, when I see other people reacted to that song, shortly after, Gifton produced that song for me. As a matter of fact, a whole album called Portrait of Praise. He produced that song for me, and from the once I get the CD in my hand, and I went to RFM, and I met Big A, and I give Big A the song. I say, when Big A put his on the thing and spin it, it never stopped. From Ocherius back to town, Mr. Amanda pull up the song, Woolly for time. And that was how that song became an anthem now in Jamaica. Everybody and their mother sing over my song, If You Miss Me. Yep. and from there, it just start growing.
Quite an experience, and as well. So, with that, on that note, I'm going to jump to one of your latest release, and we'll come back with some more questions from our listening audience.
Awesome.
Sure thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Nubian king, I love you. No apologies when I chose you. Everything you do, I adore you. Just the way you are, I wouldn't change you. You make me bring back old times, something. Shivering the dead, it's for me. Pull out a chair for strongest. Even though them say you can't afford me, deep in me heart, me know you love me. Hard working man who will provide for me. Never tell me no fear it till I pop me up all night. Never tell me say you wanna still live this life for me. You work till your strength runs dry. Yes, I need honesty, baby, you're my guy. On no other cat to say you, no other eye. Life on a 100 houses, the deepest river, no the longest. The moon shines brighter in the darkness, and the tallest tree, I know the strongest. Life on a 100 houses, oh, the deepest river, no the longest. The moon shines brighter in the darkness, and the tallest tree, I know the strongest. We have a nice little ranch down the Ochi. Well, if I veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, no GMO in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation, we no Sunday. Him not no whole heap of money, but we comfortable. Him and me together, man, we compatible. Treat me like a queen, don't make me vulnerable. Nah, give me stress, don't make me miserable. Even though sometimes this pocket's empty. Sometimes little, sometimes plenty. Oh, oh. The life on a 100 houses, the deepest river, no the longest. The moon shines brighter in the darkness, and the tallest tree.
Yes, so our listening audience. Shout out to General GT. Shout out to Namibia, who is Namibia currently tuned in and is loving the tunes that's going on in the background. This Bed of Roses track. Well, we have Dianna in studio. Dianna, let me tell you, quite interestingly, you have the world that's tuning in right now and asking me about this song right here, the Bed of Roses song. Talk to me about Bed of Roses. Talk to me about Bed of Roses. How do you come up with this song itself? And what has the reception been like since the release? How is the world?
I tell you, the reception is great. Right now, it's doing good. It's doing very, very good. And in Jamaica, they are really, really loving it. I just did an interview on the eBuzz, on RFM eBuzz the other day. It's been played on RFM too. And, it's just been on also other internet radio on AfroZim with DJ Dan Blaze. It's been playing. It's also playing on the hometown radio, and that's some good connection and some very, very solid radio station along with yours. The reception is good. It's been played all over Africa on Pan-African TV, on several radio stations there. It's also shown on some other TV stations there, and the reception is just good. Almost, like every other day or so, I get requests from Ghana and say, Ghana, when are you coming? We hear your song on TV over here. We see it on TV Africa. We see the video and all of that thing. When are you coming? So the reception is good, and the masters, they are waiting, So I give thanks. I give thanks to you, Dr. Empress Rose, for helping to bring it up in the lights. I give thanks to even, the General GT. Big up Steve. Check out my hat to the man. You understand? For the love and the connection and the respect. And that's what we need. So big up to you too, and Dan Blaze, DJ Dan Blaze, may I tell you wanna run it, and we give thanks, we really, really give thanks. Concrete Roger Asphalt, we give thanks. If I name is worth mentioning, you Empress Rose,
yes,
trust me, at the top of my chain, me have a whole lot of respect for you, and as an empress in the business, I love you from my heart, seriously, and you're my sister. You are. I can't even find the words, because you probably might want to make me cry. But we just give thanks to you, yes. Give thanks, yeah.
I thank you. I thank you for the personal shout out. I thank you for the shout out. Yes. I appreciate it. Well, I am happy for Bed of Roses, because the minute I got it and I listened to it, I was like, whoa, but way before that itself, I had already discovered Big God, and I'm like, okay, I wanted to make a song that's gonna top, Big God, and I'm still loving Big God. I still love Bed of Roses as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, it is, right. I'm going to one of the audience members is asking to play Real Thing because he said it's his favorite track, and this is from Roger out of the UK. He says that the Real Thing, he said he's listened to your song for years, so he knows about you. That's good. You have a fan up in the UK there, and he says he loves your Real Thing, the Real Thing song. So I'm gonna drop it for the audience, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up, okay, with some more questions.
Okay.
Living ever faithful, ever true. Yeah, yeah. More love, more peace. Yeah, yeah. I just love me, now me heart can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. I just love me, now me heart can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. Love is a fountain, keeps on flowing down like a mountain, and it keeps on growing. 2 plus me, and the love is showing. Push up your hand in the air and make the love light shine. I just love it, and me heart can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. I just love it, and me heart can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. I know you're not perfect, but I know you are worth it. You've been there for me, so I know you deserve this. May I go talk it loud, cause me want you to hear this. Tell the whole world I appreciate this. All this time where they blow you could have leave, but you steer this. Anchor to the rock, no hurricane couldn't shake this. You are number one and you're there for me earless. Me woulda never diss you and you know this. Hey, I just love me, no me heart can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. They say you love me, no me heart can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. I just see you know me heart can't tear him apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. I just got it on me heart can't tear him apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. Don't want no gamble, come fi set the example. Put your heart on the table, cause I hit me not trample. Me at the straight shooter, so you know me no rumble. Straight from the heart, me wear the love like a mantle. Hold your love like I am, make it go like a candle. This and no hopscotch, it and no food where you sample. Taste a little, you no want no more. Anywhere you go, if I so, taste and buy no so. Leave it as you go. I just love it, now me heart can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. I just love it, now me heart can't tear it apart. This is the real thing. You know the real thing. That's how we do it, so we do it. Yeah. Real thing, yeah? Real thing, yeah?
So
Hear this.
I am sure that I'm not the only one who is jamming right now. I have an audience that's jamming to Dianna Wright right now, okay? Well, Dianna, Roger says that this is one of his favorite songs. Real Thing.
Wow.
Real Thing, okay? And
Wow.
that is one of the songs of the new EP, am I correct?
You are correct.
Yes.
You are correct.
Yes. Well, they're loving it. They're loving it. And, you know, hats off to you, because I always says that you have such a big voice. I'm sure that when the producer is recording you, he's probably telling you to back up, right?
Yes, I do. I always say, he's not going to go.
Yeah, your voice is already big. So I can imagine. I can just imagine.
Yes, sir.
So on the Real Thing, who is producing the beat on this one?
So Chris Napier produces all the beats. He produces the beat on Real Thing. He produced the beat on Medi, on Big God, on Better Roses, on Fall in Love, the whole of them. Love Song, the whole of them.
Yes.
Heavenly Father, all of them. Chris Napier. Yes, that's my producer engineer. See?
Nice. Big up to Chris. I'm telling you, he did an awesome job. Job on the underlying track themselves. So outside of yourself, Dianna Wright, and listening to your music, as well. Who are those artists that influence the great music that you're doing?
I keep singing this. Sooner or later, everybody will be able to repeat it. I love music generally.
Yeah.
And once the music is good, I just have a great respect. So the living legend, Marcia Griffiths, is one lady that I look up to and admire so much. So I listen to her because it's just conscious. It's just her rendition of songs are so beautiful, just clean, and just right there, just nice. There are lots of other artists, even like Cynthia Slash. Remember that lady?
Yeah.
She has one of the most beautiful voice that you come across. So I listen to people like those, and I got my inspiration from them. You understand? So,
Yes.
But like even in today's market, like with some of the artists now that I really like to, that I vibe and I really have that forms a good impression in my mind. Like, Queen Africa, she is a blessing to music in my estimation, in my opinion, and all of the conscious artists, them, Bushman, somebody soon start say, every time you call Bushman, yeah, Bushman, bro.
Bushman is one of your favorite artists, huh?
Yeah, he's one of them. So when I get a chance, hopefully, I'll be able to do something with some of them and just make it work. Just conscious and clean. JT too. JT and General JT. Yeah, man, want to sit down on a rhythm and just make the people them know. So, a righteousness and good, clean content and do it. You see.
Let me ask you, what's your favorite Bushman? And can you sing a little piece of your favorite Bushman for the audience? I'm putting you on the spot.
Let me see. I can't remember now. What is that song again? Oh gosh, there's so many of them. You say, Bonafire, Pana. Oh God.
Go ahead.
It's all about you born sucker. The one of me, no other one there.
Me don't know that one there, sorry.
The one that would say, nothing when we eat it, not cry, no. You don't know that tune there?
No, sir.
Never to the come here. It's a bad tune, man. Bushman's are nothing when we eat it, not cry. I don't remember the rhythm still, but I'm gonna send it to you so you can listen to it. But sing Bushman, just drop it in my lap, and I eat that. Good.
All right. Well, we had an opportunity to listen to Big God. We also had an opportunity to listen to Bed of Roses, and Real Thing was the song that we recently played as well. Okay. What's next for Dianna Wright?
Okay, so, I want to just give thanks to the Most High for right now. On the 23rd of this month here, I will be performing live on stage in Accra, Ghana, on the Hands Across Africa concert. It's a big thing over there right because I'm like, Eric Donaldson on it, Miss V, I don't know if I say her name right, I don't know if I pronounce it right. Whole of other African people up on it, Black Rasta up on it, Rock River from Jamaica, and some other artists. I can't say the Ghanaian's name because I don't know how to pronounce it. Because if I say it and it might not come out right, but
Kofi Sarpong. Yeah.
So it's there, but there's a nice promo going on, and I put it on my YouTube, not my YouTube, my Facebook. So once you log into Dianna Wright on my Facebook, you can see the promo. And also on my Instagram at Empress Dianna, you will see the promo running. So you can see the lineup of artists. It's going to be great.
Okay, so you will be in Ghana. Is this the only show that this is the only appearance that you'll make while you're in West Africa?
For the show, as far as I know that they're doing an 8 African country tour. So I haven't finalized that piece. We haven't even talked about that, so I don't know how the wheels will turn once I get there. So we'll see about that. And I also have a bunch of TV interviews and other radio interviews and so on to do, when I get there. So that is what I have going on.
So, is this your first time in Ghana?
No, I've been to Ghana. This is going to be my fourth time in Ghana. My fourth time.
What's your favorite thing to do in Ghana?
Wow. My favorite thing to do is to just sit back and do nothing. I tell
Just
you,
to
it's
relax in
look.
Ghana?
I love the Kalkum. I went to the Kalkum Park. You know, when you walk and on that you see that hanging rope.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many miles it is, but I walked on it. It is even though it's scary, it's like a good de-stressor. If you ever have any pent-up feeling inside of you, trust me, if you walk on that hanging bridge in Kalkum, in up on the mountain where it's lush and green and it's just fresh. If you ever have any pent-up feeling inside you, walking on that rope will knock it out of you. And when you really get to the other end, you feel like a brand new person. I'm telling you. It's scary and healing at the same time. So that's one of my favorite things. And I was there, and like I was in Jamaica, I was able to, get the chocolate pod, the cocoa pod, and
Mm-hmm.
suck on the seeds, suck the white things them off of it. It reminds me of my childhood days in Jamaica. And I say, may Most High rise up Africa so that Africa can spread her wings like the eagle and soar to great heights because it is a dynamic place to be. And may the Most High bless the people also, even of my own kind, because everybody, nothing wrong if you love your own kind and big up your own kind. We bless everybody still, every race because we come from one family. But may the Most High bless Africa and Jamaica and everybody actually who are of a good intent and try to make the world move in unison, in peace and love. So yes.
I love it.
No, we talk too much. We say too much, don't you?
No, well, I asked the question and he gave a response, and it's not long-winded, but you gave the information that anyone who has not been to Ghana or has been there and need to check
Yeah,
out,
yeah,
another part of the country, that you have given them
yes,
that as
yes.
much. Okay, I love it. I love it. So,
Awesome.
in parting, it is so sad to part. However, we do have to. So the question I have for you is, what after Ghana, do you have anything plans for the States, or will you be touring this summer? Can the audience look forward to a tour?
The audience will definitely look forward to a tour, which the date is at the date where we're in planning, to sort out some countries. And as we finalize, or as we reach the final stage of it, I will be putting some more information out. But usually 16 bars have a show every year. Um, Last year we dubbed it "Real Thing" from the EP, and this time usually we do it in October. So I know time is kind of catching up. So we're still trying to figure out the venue. Maybe we do it here in North Carolina, or maybe we might take it to Jamaica. We are still in that planning stage, or maybe we might take it to somewhere in Africa. But we are working on it. Hopefully by the end of the month, once I get back, most eyes willing, then I'll be able to solidify where exactly that we're going to put that show. But it's going to be great, and we're going to have, dynamic artists on it. Like I say, we're not confirm up nothing yet, so we can't release no name. But by the end of this month, most eyes willing, I should be able to give an account as to where we are in it and, start the promotion. Definitely.
Well, well, well. Thank you for really passing through, gracing our
Yeah.
stage, the music lab. Thanks for doing
Yeah.
that. We're going to vibe out with "Fall in Love." Yeah,
Awesome.
we have talked
Awesome.
about Big God. We have talked about the real thing and the bed of roses and all of that. Could you tell our audience what to look forward to with this "Fall in Love" track as we vibe out?
So, Fall in Love is one of those good romance, like have you ever read a romance novel? Fall in Love puts you in that mood and it gives you that energy, that kind of nostalgia if you've been there before. It's a beautiful track, again, produced by Chris Napier for 16 bars. So it's a beautiful track. It brings back the time when love was love, and we know we still have it. So I'm reaching for it in the song, and I hope people can really feel the vibes and the energy in Fall in Love and love for this just for the sake of love. enjoy the music. Yes.
Yes, well, to my listening audience, this has been Dianna Wright. And Dianna, I thank you for coming through. I'm sorry to everyone else. You could not get to all the questions because the interview is very short and to the point. But of course, you can always look out for Dianna Wright on her social media platforms on Instagram, Empress Dianna, Twitter. Check her out, Dianna Wright, as well. It's been a pleasure, Dianna. We're going to vibe out with Fall in Love.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Empress Rose. Bless up yourself and see you next time.
Blessed.
Bye, audience. Love you.
Blessed love.
Love has a way of taking control over your heart and soul. Like a blessing, it flows from above. Sweet when you fall in love. Anything for you to make you happy. That's when the loving is true. Everything I do it with you. Ain't nobody but when you fall in love with someone. It is the greatest feeling on earth. You would move a mountain to make it work. When you fall in love, yeah, fall in love. Anytime you need me, I'll be right here. You know where to find me. My heart is a chariot, baby, I'll drive. Just enjoy the ride. You spent your whole life waiting. No need for contemplating. Now that you let me in, I don't wanna lose you. When you fall in love with someone, it is a greatest feeling on
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are vibing to the sounds of Dianna Wright. And do check her out across the social media platforms. That's Empress Dianna on Instagram and Dianna Wright across all other social media platforms. And check out her songs as well. Big God, Bed of Roses, Real Thing, and you're currently listening to Fall in Love in the background. Coming up next, we have Irie Priest, straight out of Kenya, okay? So, it's been a pleasure having you guys tap in and listening each and every week and sending your questions and your comments in. I greatly appreciate it, okay? Irie Priest is up next.
when you